Jeremy Doney there. And Alex McHenry just making his way up this first hill. Back at the halfway mark, we see Flash there and Fiona. Flash just stopping to pick himself up a drink. He's not going to take things too hard. Fiona keeps moving through. In fact, it looks like Flash might have had enough. He's put the arms up in surrender. Alex McHenry there also looking like he's ready to surrender. Of course, once you stop running, it's very difficult to get yourself started again.
Alicia Marriott striding out down the field. She's gone past Ben Carrick there, who's obviously having a few troubles with the soft sand and the steep sand dunes.
Yeah, Flash has definitely had enough. Half the race. We're back with Kenny Cam here. He makes his way up the next sandhill, just back towards Challenger Parade, and he's going to turn onto the bike track and make his way along that to the next path, which will take him back down to the beach.
And it looks like it's Josh Baker adopting the Kenny Tomzak broken arm carry. We're not sure if that's an injury he sustained from the swim, but that's obviously paying dividends for him as well, as we see Todd Bowler coming down the third sand dune there, as he makes his way back onto the soft sand for what can only be described as one of the most painful events in the world.
A few more of the young crew, Harry Whitehand and Jeremy Stock.
Alex Stock just dropping back through the field as we see Bob Harper tackling the travelator there. He loves this sand dune. He runs it 3 or 4 times a day, sometimes backwards, sometimes blindfolded. So he knows what's in store on this sand dune, and he's gone up that sand hill very, very easy, as we see Alex McHenry just running down. His calves and heart will be pumping hard, trying to get the blood around his body and feeding his legs, as we see the girls, Katushka and Kim there, just taking a bit of a drink, and that's the rest of the field. Finish the halfway mark, and have a look at that arm. If that arm's not broken, I don't know what is. So we'll have to see how this young fella, Josh, finishes off this race, and if he can push through the pain barrier of the broken arm.
He's got another 4 sandhills to get up and down, and then the long run back towards City at the end.
We'll just have a look at the 2 techniques here. We've got Harry taking small steps as he comes down this sand dune, and look at the experience of Bob Harper. Big, long, striding steps, not wasting any energy, using gravity to get himself through this course. And he's slowly but surely making his way through this young and inexperienced field, and not hitting the swim so hard is obviously going to pay off for Bob, as he's choosing his line, choosing where the soft is hardest, as he's making his way up to the 4th sand dune.
Ken Tomzak now in the lead, going up the hill for the last time. This is one of the longest hills, but it's the last time he has to go up the soft sand. We'll get back to the road and then back to the last track path of all, which is the very longest, and that'll take him back to the beach. But from there, it's just a flat run all the way home. So he'll be feeling quite good at this stage. He's got a very handy lead.
And there we see Fiona. She looks like she's dropped her training partner Alex there, and she's just heading up the travelator, as we can see her gasping for breath. Still a bit of a smile there.
And behind her, Alex Stock, also just tackling this first hill. And slowly but surely carrying on, managing to run all the way to the top, which is more than her brother could do. Should be quite happy with the progress she's making.
Back onto Kenny Cam along the back track there. And this is going to be one of the last sand dunes for him, as he takes a right-hand turn through the very narrow track there, past the bushes.
And the back markers of the field here, Kat and Kim, just approaching the base of the first hill, obviously going to take their time and really size it up and work out a plan of attack rather than just running at it.
Back onto Kenny Cam, and he's finished the sand dunes, and you can see the speed start to pick up as he heads back onto the hard sand section. And look at that nice hard sand. The calves will be nice and tight, so very dangerous part of the course where you can pull a muscle, but he's striding out as the back markers there, just making their way up the travelator and just taking their time there. Not a bad move.
Fiona comes back down onto the beach, still looking quite comfortable, and just making her way along the course. It's the first time she's done this event as well. And, just making her way around the sand dunes and heading south towards the next path. And not far behind her we see Alex Stock, also coming down, still looking reasonably comfortable in her running. Just coming down that path, and she'll probably look to catch up to Fiona and see if they can run together, which is always easier than running a course like this on your own. Fiona's not too far in front of her, so she may look to make up that gap and share some of the workload. But down on the water's edge we see Ken Tomczak now heading back towards the finish line, running fairly comfortably now with that well-known weird arm action of his. And not far behind him is Alison O'Toole, also running very comfortably, but probably a little bit too much of a gap to make up for her now to take this event out. But she'll be comfortably the first of the females home yet again.
Looks like it's James Cohen into third position. Yes, it is James Cohen back into third position. First of the under-16 competitors, looking back to training partner Jono Stock into fourth position. And the temperature's really heated up over the 40-degree mark now. And the bodies will be starting to cry out for some water, for some oxygen, for just a rest. But James Cohen doing very well there, running along strongly in the soft sand with Jono Stock into fourth place. Looks like he'll be the first of the under-19 competitors to cross the line today. But a long way ahead is Ken Tomczak, Alison O'Toole, James Cohen, and it's going to be a bit of a tough ask for Jono to track down some of these competitors. As we see Ken Tomczak making his way up around the very soft sand that's located just south of the city groin, and he knows he's won this race. Have a look at the smile. I'm sure he'll give us a bit of a wave as he makes his way past the sand dune up to the capacity crowd as this record-breaking run by Ken Tomczak as he makes his way up towards the finish line. Probably 20 to 30 metres left as he runs past to have a look at the joy on his face, not only finishing it but breaking the record. And we see Alison O'Toole, the first of the female competitors. Another fantastic effort from this family of runners as they keep the trophies in the one family.